JonnyPink. This is Canon Park, and I'm down in the thick of it at the moment. And of course, today is New Lens Day. That was my open. JonnyPink. Today is new lens day. This is Canon's 600 f11. And I'm shooting it on the R3. I should have brought the R5, but I wanted to shoot the R3 today. And I've been shooting the R7 as well. The R7 is 900 and something millimeters equivalent reach, whereas the R3 is 600. And the reason I chose the R3 is because of the high ISO that I knew today was going to be pushing. Little hummingbird in the water there. So normally for today, with a lens like this, with an f11, you don't have a lot of light. So what I would do is I would bring my shutter speed down. Unless I had a lot of light, then I would of course let my shutter speed go up. 1250 is about where I like to stay, but I can't do that so much today. So I'm really pushing my ISO. The reason for me grabbing the R3 is because I know that this will handle the 10,000 ISO with no problem, whereas the R7 tends to get a bit noisy and grainy at that higher ISO. So that's why, the only reason that I didn't. The R5 would have been fine as well, and I don't have an R5 II because I think that is a dismal camera. I generally like to keep my shutter speed up even for the birds that are perched because they're moving. A lot of people walking past here because I'm just up on the path. Normally I would be down inside there. I didn't today, not yet, but I think I will in a moment, just because I like being down there. So let's go down there. Get all the leaves out of my hair from walking down through the bushes. So now, make sure there's no ticks on me and stuff, you know. So now that I'm down inside the area here where I can get closer, I may not, with this lens, I may not be able to get some of the shots that I want because I'm too close. But I have a remedy for that too, and I know that I have showed you guys this many, many times. But these extension tubes, Canon does not make native RF ones, so I've got aftermarket RF ones that work just fine. It shortens that minimum focus distance, and in using these I no longer have the infinity focus, but that's okay here because that's not really what I'm after. Now, only shooting at a shutter speed of 320, I'm getting a lot of blur, and that's okay. So I get a lot of questions about, hey, how is this lens? We live here and it's always cloudy. Well, today is that day. and I am pushing my ISO. So for me, if I were going to choose a camera for a high ISO, I would choose a smaller sensor. Or if you want a large sensor and you're shooting Canon, I would go with the R5. The R5 II, again, I personally did not care for that camera body. Nikon, the Z8, I think would be a fantastic setup like this in a situation here if you wanted a higher ISO, or if you wanted a camera that had a larger megapixel count. The Canon R3, it's no longer, right now with all the tariffs and all the nonsense going on, it's no longer affordable, right? And if you're going to spend that kind of money, I'd just spend the money and get the R1 or the R5, which is, you can probably pick up used for relatively inexpensively. Or Nikon, or there's a couple of Sonys that will allow you to push the ISO as well. The R7 is a fantastic camera. The R50 that I'm shooting on is also a fantastic camera, but some of these entry-level ones will be really grainy at higher ISOs, whereas the R5 is not. The R3 is not. The R5 II, if you have one, that one also is really good at a higher ISO. But I don't think it's as good as the R5 is, just your standard R5. Move slowly. Too close. Come on, look at me. My shutter speed is only 320, and let's see what my info shows me. And it's a little bit blurry because my ISO is 3200. Hello, little squirrely. JonnyPink, thank you so much for letting me share with you guys. I do appreciate it. Have a fantastic day, whatever it is you're going to do. If you have questions, please leave them down below. I do go through those. My email's down there too. If you ever wanted to email me, I answer my emails. Sometimes those are easier. Ask me. I'm happy to answer. My settings: auto white balance. ISO is set to auto. Of course, I can't change my aperture. It's only at f11. On my Canons, I keep everything at a D+. Everything is on a D+. That is my highlight priority. I like that. That works for me. It's the shutter speed that I'm controlling and watching the ISO at the same time, just like you would do in the old days when you controlled everything, and I could do that here too. But if I'm shooting an auto, mistake. But if I'm shooting an auto, then that's okay. The only thing I've changed is I have my exposure compensation down just one click. So it's down just a little bit to preserve any highlights that I get. Shadows I can pull up, I can pull everything out, and I can bring it out, and you will have already seen that. So again, leave me comments down below. If you have questions, I'm happy to answer it. If I didn't answer it here, new lens day, man. The 600 f11, I finally bought one, and I'm really excited about it. I love my 800 f11, 600 f11 too. New lens day. JonnyPink, I'll see you guys. Thanks, man. You have a fantastic day, whatever it is you're going to be doing out there, and I'll see you. It's getting really crowded now. Again, thank you so much for letting me share with you guys. Please give it a thumbs up. One thing I ask. We'll see you guys. We'll see you.